Hey gamers and tech junkies out there, Tony here from the ClassicL337 gaming and electronic podcast, and I'm back with another game review. Today I'm taking a look at the game called Steredenn. It's a brand new game that's available on Steam, and it's coming to Xbox One soon. Now when I say Steam, I don't just mean Steam on PC, it's also available on Linux and the Mac. And the footage you are seeing is from the Steam version as well. Obviously the Xbox One version not quite out yet. Now, the developers of this game are Damien Mayence and Matthew Auger, and they are from Pixel Nest Studio. I will put a link to the website and to the Steam game directly in the description below, so make sure you check that out. The game is less than $15 on Steam, and I'm about to tell you why you should pick this game up. Now, Steredenn is a roguelike shoot-'em-up game. And it really is a space shooter, and so I actually love sci-fi myself, and so I'm really excited the fact that just the setting in general is in space. It is also kind of a retro shooter, has a lot of random effects. It's kind of really hard to play, but at the same time addicting, and that's just kind of getting into the basics of this game. So let's go ahead and dive in and talk a little bit more about the modes. First of all, the first mode is arcade score play. It's just called play in the game, but it's kind of arcade score play. What I like about this mode is randomly generated levels, enemies, weapons, power-ups, all that stuff. High score wins, you get 1 life. Now when I say you get 1 life, some of the old shoot-'em-ups was what meant 1 bullet touches you and you're dead. No, you actually have a power meter, you actually have a shield meter, and the only way to regenerate those things is to beat the boss at the end of the level. So you have that entire life, the entire shield, that will last you throughout the level. So it's not just 1 hit you die, it's actually multiple hits you die, but you do have to save enough to beat the boss at the end of the level in order to win. High score wins, random levels, random power-ups, random enemies, all that stuff every time. Now, the second play mode is called Daily Run. I actually really love Daily Run. Daily Run is a preset weapon and level kit. Everyone around the world plays the same preset weapon and level, and you get 1 chance a day to play the daily run. Once you play that 1 chance, you will be ranked upon how high you scored with people around the world. I am proud to say that I did achieve a 5th level ranking today, so if you log in there today, October 3rd, 2015, you'll see Classic Lead at number 5. Third gameplay mode is Arena. And this one is kind of unique. I've never really seen much like this before, but in arena mode, you can actually battle any of the bosses you defeated in a one-on-one fight. It's actually kind of fun. And then the final gameplay mode is when you've conquered all the bosses, when you beat all the levels, you unlock Super Play. Now, Super Play is kind of the same as arcade score play mode, high score wins, except there's no random generation. It's kind of a fixed version of the game, so what we might see in a more traditional shooter. Now, this game is actually just, I've been hooked on it the last couple of days. So Steredenn, some of the things I really like about it, first of all, it takes me back to the space shooters of my childhood. 2D, side-scrolling, hard as hell, addictive, pixelated retro-style graphics. Here at Classic League, in my mid-30s, I couldn't ask for anything else to just blow a couple hours and have fun on a video game. So it took me back and really I had a lot of fun with that. I played for a few hours on my own when I first got the game, and then my 9-year-old son came over, my oldest son. He said, "Dad, what are you playing?" He's like, "That game looks old." Now, to him, he's used to seeing these crazy iPad games or a game on the PS4, and so he's not that used to seeing retro-style graphics. And I said, "Why don't you sit down, grab this controller, let's take turns and play." We actually spent a couple hours playing the game. I showed him how much fun games came from my generation, or even though it's a new game, it's styled like a game of my generation, how much fun that can be. Challenged him to get better. We kept taking turns, we had a lot of fun, and I just watched my 9-year-old get lost in a retro style game. Really cool stuff. The controls were spot on, which is key in a game like this. Keyboard works great and a controller works great. I will say I was using the Logitech PC controller, the handheld one. It worked okay in this style of game. The thumbsticks are kind of loose, and so I actually switched it out for my Mortal Kombat arcade stick, which works on the PC, and it kind of brought me right back to the arcade. Real tight controls, and I really loved playing this game with that controller. Now the depth is amazing. You can upgrade your ship. There's 35 different weapons. I do have to say some of the weapons are crazy. My son was playing and unlocked the saw blade that goes around the entire ship and just keeps spinning. Takes out enemies, but you can't get too close to let the enemy come into the blade or it actually damages your ship. And so just crazy stuff like that is really, really cool. For me, the favorite part of the game was really the weapon set. Over 35 weapons. You never knew what you're going to get. You can carry 2 weapons at a time. And then the randomly generated mixed gameplay with traditional high score gameplay. That was really, really fun. Can't believe how much I love this game. I'm really hooked. And for less than $15, I really do recommend you give it a shot. So pick up Steredenn in the Steam store today. Like I said, link in the description below. Make sure you like, favorite, and subscribe to us here at Classic Elite. We are going to talk about this game, and I think I'm going to give away a free copy on our next podcast. Make sure you stay tuned for that. This is Tony, signing off.